A high-level symposium sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, the F.A.O., called for actions to address the mounting impacts of malnutrition on public health and economic development through a shift to healthier diets and food systems. The F.A.O. Director General, José Graziano da Silva, welcomed King Letsie III of Lesotho, who has been named F.A.O.'s newest Special Ambassador for Nutrition.
While other problems that afflict us as a continent and the world are declining, malnutrition is rising. So I'm hoping by the end of the decade we will see malnutrition in all its forms declining in the developing world and in the developed world and globally as a whole.
At the opening of the symposium, Graziano da Silva lamented the fact that 1 in 3 people on the planet suffers from some form of malnutrition.
1 in 3 people of this planet suffers for at least one form of malnutrition. And no country is immune to the effect of this, at least one form of malnutrition. Many countries, especially middle-income countries, face multiple burdens of malnutrition simultaneously. National public policies are fundamental. Nutrition must be considered a public issue, a state responsibility. It's not a private thing. Consumers must be empowered to choose healthy food and diets. They must be aware of the benefits and detriments of what they are eating.
The International Symposium on Sustainable Food Systems for Healthy Diets and Improved Nutrition, held in Rome last week, looked at country-level challenges and successes to shed light on effective approaches to reshaping food production, processing, marketing, and retail systems to better tackle the problem of malnutrition. FAO estimates the cost for such an undertaking is $3.5 trillion per year.
It is important to recall that only a few years ago, all the advocacy, great political commitment, and policy milestones achieved around nutrition in Africa today could not have been imagined. Nutrition was not a priority for discussion, let alone for investment. It is with a sense of great satisfaction to note that the tide has now turned for the better.
Queen Letsie of Spain, FAO's Special Ambassador for Nutrition, participated in the session, reviewing the outcomes of the symposium's working groups, which emphasized the importance of coordinating efforts in the fight against all forms of malnutrition and the promotion of sustainable diets.
For a long time, we have been concentrating on basic staples. This is good. A lot of people need better access to basic staples, but we should start also focusing on other foods. We should also focus on creating a food environment for the consumer, which is at the same time affordable, accessible, both economically and physically, that the consumers can find the healthy foods they actually need to eat for a healthy diet.
Well, I think first, ditch the junk food. Cook things from scratch. You know, they don't have to be difficult things. They can be quite simple foods. Go back to eating as our forefathers did in a way. And remember that nowadays, because we lead much more sort of sedentary lives, not to eat too many calories. So it's kind of eating vegetable-based dishes, lots of pulses, lots of whole grains, and not completely cutting out meat or fish or even, you know, the odd bit of sugar, but it's just balance.
More than 600 experts, international civil servants, lawmakers, academics, and members of civil society and private sector groups participated in the symposium. South News.